I'll just talk about the track a little bit, and
Okay.
yeah, then I'll introduce you.
Okay.
Yes, tuned into the Switch, and that was Sharon Musgrave. And if you're interested about that artist, we happen to have her in studio right now. Welcome to the show, Sharon.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for coming out.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Luke. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about your music and the show that's coming up in Hamilton very soon. So that track, what can you tell us about that track right there?
That was called Fascinating Rhythm, and that was my first ever hit song. It was a hit song in London. I had left Canada after I graduated from high school. Actually, I took broadcast journalism for a little bit, and then I decided to pursue a music career in England and worked with various producers there, and that particular song just took off. I wasn't expecting it to, mind you, because I just, it was sort of eclectic to me. It wasn't really your regular formula track for the charts. And I remember my friend, he's a singer as well, and he said to me, don't you want to come into the car and listen to the radio to see if it's charted? This is when it first came out. And I said, nah, it's not going to chart. And he said, come on, Sha, come, let's go see, you never know. So we went and we sat there, and the announcer said, and at 68, and then we heard, which is how I start the song. And as soon as we heard, we just screamed because I wasn't.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it was exciting actually, and it was at 68 that it went in. So it wasn't. I was just, even at 68, I was just thrilled that I was actually in the charts, and then it went down to number 7. So by then, I'm just beside myself,
Right.
So.
Riding that roller coaster, the love of London.
Yeah. Oh, it was wonderful. I had some really good times during the release of that track. Being chauffeured around London from from one gig or interview to another, and it really does it doesn't happen fast because you work a long time before any kind of. But when it does happen, it feels like it's fast.
Well,
it feels like.
That's right. I mean, I guess with music, you can put something out there and it can be recognized instantly now. Even more so with the internet and the sharing that's going on, and all of a sudden you're on the charts.
That's true. That's a good thing. I like that actually.
It's a great thing. Absolutely.
Yeah. I hope it we're able to maintain that where musicians can just put out their music. Because,
Yes.
I mean, when you're signed to a record company, not everything, you can put out a whole album and the record company could say, oh, well, we don't like it, we want to put you with this writer, and your whole album could get I think scrapped. If you listen to people like, some of these artists, when they talk about how difficult it was, a lot of them, their music got put on a shelf. And they had to fight to get it, and this kind of thing. I think a lot of people these days, young people are thinking, oh, the deal, and the deal is not necessarily a good deal.
Yeah, it might be a deal with the devil. You better watch yourself.
Especially nowadays.
Yeah, that's right. Record companies. Well, I just read an article this week about Sly Stone getting awarded money for his work that, he was living a pretty hard life for a lot of years, battling drug addiction and, being homeless sometimes and just living it really rough. And it's, through the deal he made, and he made a lot of great music along with his band. And yeah, I mean, sometimes you just don't get recognized even if you are, on top or whatever.
Or you get recognized and you don't get paid.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
there's
right.
a lot of that.
You get recognized, but you died a long time ago. And anyway, so you were saying that it takes a long time to get there. What is your process for music?
In terms of writing, or in terms of
In terms of writing, and I guess you can elaborate even more with, you know, what the music is for you and how you would describe it.
Well, for me, it's everything. It's I don't think I don't know how I would be without it. You know, every time I think about quitting, you know, I always just get back on the horse, and I do get to the point where sometimes, because it's tough, the business side of things especially. I always say that the music is hot, but the business is cold, you know, and you have to you have to have a second skin to deal with it, because you know, a lot of these business people aren't I don't think respecting the creativity. You know, it's all about, is this going to sell, and so forth. Creatively, it's my life. Creativity is my life, really. I've put on my MySpace majoring in creativity, because that's the important thing to me. I put everything into it, and I'm always writing. If I'm not writing a poem, I'm writing a book. If I'm not writing a book, I'm writing a song. I always feel that I was meant to write, and meant to sing, and meant to perform. I collaborate a lot with a lot of different artists, because I'm not really a sophisticated composer, you know, so it's always good to collaborate. And I love some of the stuff I get in. If I get in something I like, and I always call it my music, because I make it my own, because a lot of the stuff I do that you'll play is collaboration with other people. But I mean, I don't really get on it unless it touches me, or it rings to me, or I practically hear what I'm doing on it before I start doing something. I'll just hear myself where I would fit into the track.
Wow.
So that's kind of the main process. I consider the music soul, because it's always from my soul. I can sing in an empty room and sing soulfully. You know? It's I can't sing without it. And to me, anything less than the soul is empty. You know, for me anyway, personally, is emptiness. So I always make sure that whatever I'm going to write is consciously correct. You know, meaning that you know, the awareness of the spiritual side of things, and I think consciousness is sort of not letting yourself be ruled by a materialistic world. You accept it, you know, and you want it. You want some materials, of course, but you're not ruled by it. And so consciously, you can speak about political things or spiritual things, or you're not actually writing a track just to make a hit song, or to please a record company, or to please. You're doing what your soul sort of is staring you to do with that particular track, or in that particular song.
That's beautiful. So, you know, that's what it's all about. And, you know, listen to your heart and create from your heart.
Exactly. That's what it should be. And if you listen to the 70s and all these songs in the past, all those movements, they were all heartfelt music.
Soul.
You know, your soul. Yeah. Exactly.
So let's play another track, and we'll come back. Sharon Musgrave is playing Saturday, February Sounds at Homegrown Hamilton, and we'll talk more about that. This is off of Chill Bar Mix, Volume 3, Chill Bar, with the track called Circles. Anything you want to say about this track before I play?
Well, it's a collaboration with DJ Thor, who's this DJ that I met through another collaboration that I did. I loved his stuff, and he loved working with me. So we did a whole album together. And this particular song was chosen on a Chill Bar compilation album. So it's various artists. And this particular song, Circles, the record company asked for to put on this album. So I was quite happy about that.
Very cool. All right, Sharon Musgrave, 93.3 CFMU, The Switch. Very cool. You did so well. Do you want some water?
Yes.
Okay.